EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Hey, check that. Come on, set.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Let's go. Ready?
On the bootleg, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here we go, set.
Thrown quickly, that's Moore on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
It is 3rd and 10.
60 bison. Ready? Set, go.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. The motion man is Nakua. Penix on third down. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
On first down, it's Robinson. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. So Goedert, the tight end, comes in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Finding room at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They're going to go play action with Penix. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They'll go play action now with Penix. And he will get into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Let's go now.
Third and long. Here's Williams. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
John Runyon, the guilty party.
Got it. Ready?
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And a good run. He'll take it forward for 6 yards on first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now Penix on 3rd and long.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it. And stuff him on 4th down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to get that 1st down. Tackle made up at the 13.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Swift. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Ready up.
3rd and long. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready, go.
On play action, Penix. Oh, he's got a man. His tight end, Goddard. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. On 3rd down, Penix. That'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
19 light.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Warrior 70. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Now a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he will have a Packers 1st down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down.
A give, and here comes Robinson. He's inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Packers. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half. So 4th down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll take a shot with Mims.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
His throw, a good one. It's caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag.
Here we go, sack. Hey, smash Bronco.
Moore going in motion.
60 back, 60, dragon 60.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Play action. It's Penix. That's caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the...
And he will power his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown, Green Bay. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run. It's Swift. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. To throw is Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Rocco switch. Rocco ready.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Another run here. Another run by Swift. Now a loose football. The Packers have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. Here's 3rd and 2. This one complete to Bryant. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
79 Bronco. Let's go.
Moore going in motion. On 2nd down, it's Williams. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
That's to the tight end, Komet. And he's in! Cole Komet, touchdown Chicago.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
Take over 1st and
When you get a big return like that, the offense takes the field with a lot more energy. They can see the end zone. They know they've got a short field. It brings a boost to the entire sideline when the special teams can have an impact play like we just saw there.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
We're going to go play action with Penix. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They'll run with Robinson. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run with Robinson. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Packers will take a 24-21 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now Williams. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Working out of the gun, here's William, and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They need one right now. 3rd and long.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70, 19 Lions.
Williams. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. They'll go play action now with Penix. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. And you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. On play action, Penix. He'll get this one out to his fullback. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Packers.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll run with Robinson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. It's inside the 10. Down to the 7-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's got another one. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Packers. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
You know, Mike, for a lot of guys in the league, the best way to make an impact as a rookie is through special teams. And anytime you can make yourself valuable, find a way to contribute, you do it. And that was a heck of a return right there.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He'll take a shot with Mims. That's caught! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down, goal to go. Here's Williams now to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Stokes, the man there defensively to break that one up.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit, that was really well done.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On the give, it's Robinson. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Packers set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. Swift. The ball's out. The Packers have it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready or up.
No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay. And I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call. And it is a big one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. There goes Swift, first down and more. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Here's first down. Here's Swift. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run with Swift. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 26-yard line. They'll run here. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. And not much there. Down down to about the 13. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So it's a win.